Welcome back in, everyone. Fierce XP, our fresh start series in Tower Dominion. And we're on episode 16. We still just have the one loss, and we're at 93% win rate. It's pretty solid. And again, we try to keep the dream alive. We're going to go for another one here. I think we go back to the Iron Dragoons. Kind of been rotating pretty steadily. We're not stuck to a certain cycling, but I thought, how do you decide between all of them? And you may as well just bounce around and have the variety. So I was looking at the options and I thought, I don't like seeing this little orange tag here. That's not. Although it was an accomplishment at the time because we had no unlocks on any of our buildings. We faced a camouflage foe and there were almost no options. It was just a mirror door since we had the first tier and it could get detection, but it was a really interesting start. And we did manage to get it. So this is kind of a unique win at difficulty 1 that I suppose I am kind of proud of, but let's see if we can erase that. Let's see if we can upgrade this badge to get a purple one. And really cool effects. This is probably what saved us in that first run, almost certainly, is the Grenadier production. They did the heavy lifting of killing a lot of units. And maybe it would be fun to see if we can lean into the infantry a little bit more, not to our detriment necessarily, but as we see doctrines and that type of thing, or maybe some frontline trenches, get the HP up, that type of thing, maybe we can find some opportunities. But most of all, we got to see if we can secure the win. Well, let's get at it. Okay, no multi-connection tiles to begin with. A straight piece. That works well. Let's get this one out. We get it connected and around, and then we want a T here. You know, I kind of, we have tried some different things, that's for sure. But I do like to stay within my lane, things that I've seen and understood to work. You know, looking for a consistent win rate. So you can go with the HP, the infantry HP path. And maybe we should. And then as long as I've got some guns, I'm happy. And the LMGs with the 8 of them, I think it's a little bit better than the Vencedors. I'll almost always get both. But let's lean in to Commissar Anisha. We're going to have, by the end of it, I mean, what, 30 plus infantry coming out? So let's give it to them. They've currently only got 50 HP. She's got more. But they're going to go to 90. Yes, sir. That's awesome. And then let's get the LMGs. We're not doing a Mirador specific thing. The Discovery is nice. It's a lot cheaper, but I want a little bit of defense on the headquarters. Let's wait for the first round to finish before we decide what to do next. As of now, we have no repair. It's okay. There's some right there. Get some repair per battlefront, which is a lot right now. And also the tier 2 doctrines. It's good to have that to start off with. So our health bumps right back up. And I think we get this down. Just thinking about important real estate. Something like this should be fine. Nice and out of the way. Let's wait till we get to 250 and we'll get the recon going. Here's our little infantry. We're up to 7. We don't have any guns down yet, just the LMGs on the headquarters. Let's make sure we got a Warwolf. T is perfect. Yeah, I think so. It could have went up here too. That's what I was kind of deciding between, but let's get Signal Operator. We still have no guns, but it's only wave 3. And we do have 20% repair as of right now. Should be plenty. Certified amplifier might be nice in the bank, plus getting a lot of supply. I do like me some local acquisition, but a scout hideout is not appealing at the moment. This is a bit of a tough call versus having a platform in the bank with some extra blueprints to cover air units. I think we got to take the supply. Man, that was tough. I liked all those a lot. But that does allow us to finally get something down. We obviously have been holding off, but let's make sure we do that. And we're going to give him the cybernetic. Beautiful. Okay, building costs down. It's good. Don't know that we're going to be doing like a heavy HQ gun run. I mean, it'll probably be involved, but I'm not ready to do this yet. And again, a platform is nice, but let's get our building costs down. That's going to just pay off through the whole run. We don't really want a corner, or I mean a straight piece, sorry. Let's check out what a reroll is. That's perfect. And this one is better than this because it gets us a little bit further away. It's perfect. We don't have any money, so let's go. I always forget to turn my phone off when I record, but it's off now. Weight 5, a little heavier, but that wasn't too bad. There's some infantry HP. Could also get some discovery, though. Again, this is just an impossible choice. I think we need the discovery. We already gave the infantry a huge bump, so I feel a little better about that. We could also start to use certainly some smaller guns, but let's get through one more. We've got the repair. We'll wait for our threat reveal. Lots of infantry, up to 11 now. Glad we got the Warwolf. Nice. There's a lot of recon. An Imperial Barracks would also be really good. I noticed this platform here, which could turn into a lot of things, but one of them being an Imperial Barracks can support the HQ as well by bumping up some of its stats rather than getting the rangefinders. We just don't really need Miradors, but this is a tough call. You know what? I think we've got to shape our map, right? And if we get stuck with something, we just have to make sure that we shape it the way we want. So let's grab the recon. The T is really good. Let's tackle this one here. This is a neutral building. That's shield and air. You get a big buff. Okay. Threat reveal, no Deviscore. We've got the Metacris, the extremely fast air units, and the Mimikos. The only thing we've got so far, we didn't grab that Puma. We've got just a sturdy bunker. This is good. That only covers one entry though, because that's also good. It's better to be one spot away from the track, by the way. We've talked about that before, but you get better coverage that way. This could be a little dicey. We've got at least a little bit of time, and we also know now that we can plan for no camo units. So let's do that. They're very, oh yeah, our costs are so low because of the doctrine we got, and we still have 4 battlefronts. I wonder, maybe this is another one where we don't consolidate to just one. We could do 2. So these are going to join for sure, and they could come up here and out, and then this one too, it can tee off and be along the backside of here. So we'll still see what we can do to get them close to each other so we can damage output to both, but keep them separate. It'll really help our building cost if nothing else. We also, our repair is battlefront dependent, and we may need some of that. So that's great. Wow, that is a good spot there. I wonder if we've got to save that. Could be a Puma position or something. So let's just do that. We got some more firepower down. We've got another werewolf with regard to the Mimikos, but they should be okay. The infantry also are going to do a lot of work. It's the Metacris that are a bit more scary. We may have to grab that recon. I think it's more important than the supply right now. After we just talked about shaping our battlefront to make sure that we've got two and that we can consolidate them close together, we're going to need some rerolls. Okay, let's get underground on him at least. That's fine like that. We haven't gotten our economy online at all. We're still sitting at 100. Threat revealed just passed, of course. We'd have to wait. Simple stock would be online right now. And we don't have an Imperial Barracks. Both Bastions and Claymores are pretty good at solving for the Metacris, but so was an Imperial Barracks. We've got, so there's this spot here. This corner, you know, could, and then this block up here. And even up here, I mean, obviously we need some platform help, but immediately we could do this. And depending, if we went with the rangefinders, he might be able to catch over to this side too. I'm thinking simple stock gets us online right away for recon, and we like that Imperial Barracks. Okay, so let's close one of these off. We've got more entry points over here, so we're going to be a little bit heavier that way. We got a classified site. We can make some money off of that. Not great spots to waste a building. But it might be, no, the bunker's too important to us. We may need it to survive here. But we could do an Imperial Barracks, and this is a pretty good spot. We're probably going to get the rangefinder on it rather than the support team. We're going to need it, I think, for the enemies that we're facing. How did we just go minus there? What was that? I'm trying to think of how that would have happened, but... Oh well. Back in the positives. Okay, we do plan to do some re-rolling, and there's even more recon there. Could also use some platforms. Let's get this. We have a weirdly high amount of recon, and we just got simple stock. That's all looking really good. The supply side's not, but that reroll doctrine's going to help a little bit. Okay, so they're flying. This upgrade's expensive. That's a good spot, but... This would get a buff to air units, but the coverage is not the best. A pretty short strip along here, even though it does push out, obviously. This is a little bit better even. I don't think it's worth it for that. Sorry, I'm just trying to think here. We may just have to see what happens. I think that we don't die necessarily. We just might get hit up a little bit here, but the infantry might take care of it. Okay, I didn't see any Metacris there. Mega emitter, wow. We also don't have any platforms. We're nowhere near affording something like an emitter, so I'm okay. We're gonna roll, get a little bit of supply here. That's fine. No neutral building, that's all right though. Okay. Could get Warden. We have costs down by 1. Because of the Mimikos, I wonder if we want to just get another Warwolf down. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's do that right there. Because by the time that we get the range extension, he's going to be out at those key lanes. Okay. I think we also just want to give these guys some guns. It's going to help out a little bit. Infantry are helping out a lot. They've got a lot of extra HP. If we did upgrade costs down, we'd be able to potentially get the barracks online. Let's do that. How much cheaper is it? Oh, that's pretty nice. Can we do both? Gun holes. The secondary barracks, by the way, I just don't feel that it pays off enough. You think about 2 or 3 grenadier production when we're at 16 and growing all the time. It's just not interested. Let's do rangefinders. There we go. Catching part of that now. And I think the Vencedors, oh, they're actually shorter range, but still powerful though. Usually do go that way. Maybe we do want the sturdy bunker up right at the top side of this, the spot that we had looked at earlier. Nice infantry. And it's cool that the flying units, the low flying ones, they fly on track, so the infantry can take them out. Ooh, there's drill camps again. We got strength in numbers the last turn, or last round, sorry, and it's a tier 2 doctrine. Although sturdy bunker does fit our needs. Let's get some more infantry HP. Sturdy bunker, that's cool. And I think I'm okay with this. Although re-rolling, we do get a bit of supply. What would we want instead? We would do a corner potentially to get over to here. And I think here we would do maybe a T or a corner as well. We'd get them back towards each other, but then out this way. Okay, that's good. And the Imperial barracks is holding down that side. I think this one's a little bit more dangerous right now, so let's get that one moved. And this really is the best spot. But why not get the bonus? I'm a little more happy with it now that it gets out to that corner. That's a weird position to be in. I'm not sure, but let's do this. It seems, take advantage of it. It will melt them down a little quicker. Let's make sure we get them up to the Vencedor. Okay, taking some pretty heavy hits there. The Mimikos are getting through. We need supply, really. Advance warning would come into play here shortly. Ammo depot. I think I'm happy to do that. We might want to give it to the HQ, even though it only has barrage LMG. It is an air weapon, by the way, so plus 50% against air units. That's what we need, but it needs more range. We still have lots of tech, so I think we give it to that. And the other thing we could do is, why not put it beside the Imperial barracks? I mean, it could also be the Warwolf, but I think it'd be fun to watch this guy. He could do really well against all these Metacris and give him some extra range to hit down to this side. So we're going to save a little bit. We want to get that ammo depot online. We did not even repair up to full there because we're only down to 2 battlefronts. We get 10% repair. And then close. Nice. Speed it up for these little guys. Super heavy pulse. Or we get 10 discovery, and we plan to keep it that way. Okay. Again, this is a crazy situation to be in, because this is a premium building that can define a round. It can secure it. How do we pay for it? We have nothing, so we need discovery to get some oil pumps or to get something to get our economy up. We're gonna roll and we get a little supply there. We don't mind doing a straight. Let's just keep this one. We're gonna keep it going out, and this one then has a little bit more freedom for some funny pieces and can do whatever it wants out here. It's an okay building. Get a little bit of supply at least, and that's useful right there. So I'm good with that. We're at 115 now. That hurts our ammo depot ability, but I don't, this has the potential to help more buildings because you never know what's going to end up here, but I'd rather give it to the Imperial Barracks. We have almost no supply, and this is the one we've invested kind of the most into. I mean, we did do tech there, but anyway, I like this. And we want to get this up as quick as we can to stage 3. It's better. We're going to start to feel a bit of relief as the HQ gets active quicker. Omega Axiom, that's maybe possible. We could get rid of one of these. It's not really a Mirador run. We're not facing Devaskor. It's another emitter, but we don't have the run developed yet that's gonna take advantage of that. Let's get Omega Axiom, and this guy on this side can go. It's a lot of nice supply there that we get back. We did finish the upgrade there, but now our HQ, it's not just the range either. I think it gets plus 20%. So that's awesome. We did not get the Vencedors on him. Let's do that. And we did not get the Vencedors on him. Let's do that because he's got the ammo depot. So we are in good shape now. I don't think we should have any trouble here. Yeah, this is awesome. Look at this thing go. Probably get Warden Protocol. We want him to be able to get to these lanes for sure. Okay, there is a economy one. We're kind of short on blueprints too, but we can't even place anything. We are poor. So we're going to do that. That brings us up to 160. This is perfect. Let's get up out of there, and then we can T or curve or whatever we want. And I think this one needs the protocol, but we can't get it immediately. So maybe we... Okay, we'll wait. I think this one is actually a little bit more important. Oh yeah, look at the HQ hitting this corner. Wow. Those LMGs are... They are quite a bit better than the Vencedors. Starting to feel good. We're up to 22 little Grenadiers. There's some more production, but it's not critical. We need some blueprints. Let's grab some. Both of these fit the enemy type that we're facing. I actually like this ground zero spot, and enemies must go by it, but I'm not sure that HQ is handling that so effectively that I'm almost leaning more towards this way. We could get the amplifier on it, but it would be pretty costly to get there. So I think we sit tight. Let's save up a little bit. Supply is really valuable right now. We're not producing a ton of it. Nice. How much damage? 14, but the rate of fire and stuff is insane. Okay. We want some blueprints. What do we want here? Do another ammo depot, but no, let's get a barracks and bunker. Okay. Now, let's get this. I kind of prefer a high spot to keep taking advantage of this building, maybe. Maybe we do this way. And do we flirt with closing it? What are we holding off for again? We've got repair, discovery? No, building cost, which is nice. We have a lot of recon. We were really conscientious about that, so I think we're okay. We just have to elbow, obviously, and just make sure that we're not joining them up, right? But that seems good. So does that. We got two of them across from each other. Maybe we should get a little more versatility into our weapons here. We can't give it extra damage though, which is unfortunate. That doesn't fit right either. So here's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna go down to Underground Depot. We do not have a Claymore yet. Let's get one. Plasma fence. Wow, we are a long way off from that. Let's grab a sturdy bunker. There we go. Super heavy pulse. That's going to be, I think, a bit more versatile than the Omega emitter. Just again, not seeing the lane yet where that could come into play. So that was great. And then we can just sit tight for a minute. Let's get to underground train, get our HP in order. It also, you know what, we're going to hit Warden Protocol on that. We're starting to get a lot more distance out here, so we want them to get on target right away. We still might be able to get to underground train at the end of this. A little bit of close calls there, but we're okay. There's some supply. We've got a little bit of discovery, I think. Local acquisition would look good. Did we get a retribution? No. Which is more important? We've got quite a few rounds left, quite a few tiles to lay. I think local acquisition will... I think it'll pay us well over 1,000 yet before the end of game. There was not just the threat reveal, but they are a-coming. We got the Parasis and the Mucos. Okay. Well, let's do this first. Also gives it extra rate of fire and a 1 range. And that range is actually pretty crucial. It now gets out to these lanes on the outside. So really, the Durandal is something else that we need to be conscious of. That's what's going to take care of the Parasis. Right now, we got no big guns. But we also have no money. So let's see. At least the Metacris have not been an issue because of those LMGs. But we don't have very much on the field. It's kind of crazy. Just haven't had the economy. Well, we can't invest in Miradors because we've got Omega Axiom. So let's grab some more blueprints. There we go. That's okay, I think. Nice. We got a neutral building, so we just got paid, by the way, and now we can get our discovery up even further. This is an interesting platform because it's elevated, of course. We could do two platforms there for a Claymore, but it's a little bit weirdly spread between the two. The other thought would be the super heavy pulse being up there, center located, but of course, Durandals. Acting off of this is not a bad idea either. Why don't we save the premium space? Just keep our options open because you don't lose really anything, I don't think, by going here. We're going long barrels anyway. So that's good. And I think we want the targets for this, so we're just gonna... I'd like to invest in them right away. We're gonna do heavy payload. It's gonna really help with those Mucos. The Metacris are fine. The HQ can take care of them. I wouldn't mind getting a Clayton on them too, but we're not quite there yet. I'm really, really happy to have gotten the neutral building. It gave us some income, but now our discovery is super healthy. I wish there was a little icon that showed you the amount of discovery that you've got, but I don't know. Okay, first line. Not amazing because we're stuck to the one Mirador. We've got a few sturdy bunkers, but so it's probably between these two. And We don't have any light mortars. We're not facing any detection yet. So I guess we take this. That didn't feel good. All right, what other opportunities do we have? This guy, I mean, he should probably get some upgrades, but we're kind of still just poor. Really liking this lane here. Ooh, actually, we're kind of close to Durandals. Yeah, I mean, it would lock things up pretty effectively if we could. I wouldn't mind getting the recon. This 100 doesn't move the needle, and we're about to spend a lot of money. The plasma fence would be hard to get in play. Okay, we got a cross. Glad we can re-roll a bunch, and that's going to be perfect. I think this is better. I like that high spot closer to the two battlefronts. So now we'd like a T. Join this back up, potentially. Super heavy pulse would be really good to get in play, but I think Durandals are even more important. Now it can defend itself. But let's keep saving. We've got 5 platforms, pretty amazing. So we can easily get the super heavy placed somewhere in terms of terrain. Harris is getting in deep. Yeah, we need a heavy hitter. Something. Frontline trench. That can slow things down. We've got lots of recon to make it go to work. A Warwolf also could slow things. Yeah, let's do that. Glad to have building costs still down. We still have the 2 battlefronts. That's all good stuff. Now, I mean, this type of thing's not even bad as it is, right? But we'd have to put so many platforms to get it up onto that plateau. We don't have an ammo depot, do we? But we're gonna do the rate of fire probably. We could do that on. Interesting. Only covers off the bottom side. Let's see. This is 2 high. That's 0 high. It would take us 4 of them. Now, it would only take 3 of them to do it right there. I guess we're going to do that, right? We've got to get this in play, so let's do it. Nice. I'm happy with that. The range is insane. We're going to get the rate of fire. Oh yeah, he just crushed this dude. Yeah, let's give it to him. It's still pretty heavy. This is only wave 24. Next one's going to be real. Generating good supply from the kills, though. I'm thinking more Warwolves. I think this is going to be good. Nice. Classified build. I mean, I don't know if we're going to make use of that necessarily. We could do something down there, but thinking about a frontline trench, certainly here would work well. Okay, I like that. We're going to make sure he's got the range. Glad we've got some spare recon. We could get a scout hideout down, and that could slow as well. But why don't we get a Warwolf that can hit both lanes? I want it to be able to slow, and I do want kind of the rate of fire, not the heavy hitter. But you can't have it both ways. Actually, yes, we can. That'll work. So with that, but this is a good spot. Let's do easy access. We might even do cybernetic. Yeah, we are. And overcharged, because we can afford it that way, but also his rate of fire is now 1.5. It is normally 0.6. So everything's going to get... Well, there's a couple of guys who can't get slowed, but that was great. That was, I think, a good outcome there. It's going to keep the HQ from getting overwhelmed. They can focus fire a little better, especially the Parasists. They're the ones that can't get slowed, so they'll squeak through. But plenty of stuff still being slowed on both sides. It's really valuable. Especially as we get this a little bit further out. Okay. I'll take an arc cannon. That would be... Yes, please. How about this? That seems pretty good, and we can even give it a boost to shields off of that thing. We got a couple platforms. I don't know if I really want to fight too much getting this down. I would have to get rid of a werewolf there, and we could do it. But this works, so let's do this, and we're gonna get it slowing. It's cool. And I think we do want the range. We're not too far off. Let's sit tight. The Metacris and all of the Mucos type, they all get taken care of well when you can slow them down. Much better anyway. And now we've got an opportunity for an ammo depot that could go even right between the two. Irregular platforms. That's kind of interesting. No, let's get the cost down further. Our werewolves are now at level 3. Love to see that. I think we're going to keep... Oh boy, we got camo units. Okay, we got a T. Nice. Should probably get that active. What's going to work there? Could I get both? Probably not. Not without a lot of platforms. We do have a bunch. Okay, what are we facing? The Mega Mucos and the Lekos. We would do well to give our HQ detection. That would be the best way to secure this a little bit, but otherwise we have nothing with detection. And we have Omega Axiom that we don't want to try to lean into the Miradors. We've got a couple Bastions. They can do some work. We also have Recon. We could get a Scout Tower down. Yikes. All right, well, I'm glad we caught the wave early at least. We've got a few more to go. But let's see what happens. Let's go for another one. I mean, we're set up well for the tier 2 units, but that's not what's going to get us to the finish line, so let's see. A sanction attenuator could also get it done for us, get some detection. There's a few options that could come up. No. I mean, werewolf expertise, it's nice. We'll probably do that. Gets this guy to, who's got the slowdown effect to go out further. But we've got a lot of supply. I don't know that I want to put the certified amplifier on him. I guess if anything, I would maybe put it on this guy. We could get his... Ooh. We could get his upgrade cost down. I want to keep this spot for an ammunition depot because it could affect both buildings there. But why don't we get the amplifier on him? We can get the upgrade cost down, can increase his damage and his range. Let's do that. We're relying on him a fair bit. And now we can get some more upgrades. Let's get Shattering Charge. We don't do it too often. Could very well do Underground Plant, but I'm thinking even Overloading Shells. We'll see. We seem to be generating a lot of supply on these runs. But we're still looking for that key building that's going to bail us out for tier 3. The Mega Mucos, we can handle it maybe. We got another Werewolf, cost level 3. We could get him online. Okay, this is all going pretty well. They're getting a little bit deeper here, but that's okay. I'm glad that we've got the extra range for him. Okay, gain 1 blueprint among 3. We have to go for it. Medium mortar. Okay, and can we place it? Yes, we can. We have to get rid of this werewolf, and we will do that. Okay. Good stuff. And we get another one. Let's grab a sturdy bunker. It's fine. Elbow. That's fine too. Which one is more problematic? I feel like the top side is okay. Why don't we see if we can push this out a little bit? A T is okay. Let's do that. So for the medium mortar, I don't see a spot other than here. And that's perfectly fine. This one we had tech on, so we don't get refunded that. We want to leave him, and that doesn't help us actually anyway. Now, okay, we could actually not get rid of any of them. We could just go here, right? Let's double check all of that, but it looks okay. And if we go, yeah, that's HQ. Plus we give detection to both these werewolves. It's amazing. Okay. We might be able to pull this out now. We got a pretty clutch selection there. So data sharing, and then let's give him the delta. I like all that. Ooh, this is a pretty good spot there. I don't mind that. Just have him thinning out and taking out some air units. Let's do that. Give him the gun holes and the Vencedors shortly. We've got the slowing effect happening, so we definitely want not just this guy, but we want some other buildings up there. I think another werewolf is going to be an obvious choice. He's got the extra range. That's real good there. And let's give him the easy access. No tech, maybe. Hang on to that for now. And he can do overcharged ammunitions too, 300 damage. Let's see how this first one performed. He was in 3rd place with 15k. It's really good. So I'm happy to get that one down. We've got the expertise for the extra range. Height 0 is great to just get them firing more often. He's almost at a shot per second. Look at all that increase there. Explosion size, max targets, all of it. It is very good. Okay. What do we got here? Super heavy pulse. We can get that down even a little bit further, and I think we are interested in trying to get it. We've got plenty of blueprint options. So let's get this. Gives us the Durandal efficiency, and I wouldn't mind getting 1 or 2 more of those online, especially for the Mucos. And do we have any shielded units? Not a single one. Wow, that's crazy. We went the other path for this anyway. It's not boosting shield. Okay, we've got nothing to spend. Let's go. Here they come. Does he have detection? Right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, beautiful. Plus the infantry, of course. They've got a lot of HP. They're chewing through. It's good. Pretty heavy up top. Glad we've got a long run. And he's got slowing on him too. The slowing effect. Okay, these are not as great late stage. But it's the same with light mortars because they can't get any learning done, right? We're going to be placing like 2 more tiles, but we do have local acquisitions, so why don't we get a bit more discovery? Here's one right here. Nice, we got one. Don't need that repair, but it's still nice to get it. Now, what could go there? Of course, a Puma. Or something like a Durandal. I mean, that's good. We could actually do Flareum on him. Let's do that. And we're going to give him the damage bump. He can afford to lose 2. Yeah, that's amazing. And I think we want to give him Clayton. He's going to have so many targets to hit. We'll give him some additional targets. Yeah. That's awesome. still struggling a little bit. Maybe a bastion down this way, and I like that height 0 spot right here. HQ gains detection. That's funny. Well, it's good to see that, but no longer needed. We could get the pulse down further. We don't want to do this. We don't want to give up the damage on everything else, so this is okay. I'm not sure that we're going to get to overloading shells, but we've got it down. I think that's almost half. What is it? 4,400 is like the standard price. A few waves to go yet, but we need a little more help on this side. And I think we're going to, we have 0 shields to deal with, so we're going to do roof snipers. And it's not so much about the snipers even, but I think it's the Vencedors can also, like, everything can hit the camo units. And so it can do a lot here. There's a lot of traffic. The shooting floor is too small, but we're going to give it the ammo storage. We want to make sure this thing is maximally efficient. Okay, that was a heavy load that came through. Now we can focus on this infantry. Beautiful. Yep, those mega mucos, they're getting deep, man. And that's with 2 overloading ammunitions up here. Wow. How else do we solve for that? Okay, sanction attenuator. At this stage of the game is not bad. We're going to do that. It gives the HQ plus 50% damage. Let's get this turned. We're having a little more trouble down this lane, so let's see if we can delay things even slightly. Now, it also has detection as a powerful weapon. We may take advantage of that. How's the range here? Not bad. Yeah, that's good. So let's go last chance. I love the irony. So 1 extra range and 50% damage, can no longer get doctrines. We don't give a crap. That's good. Yeah. Okay, and then we're also, this is a powerful weapon, but we're going to give it detection. And then what does this do? Okay, we don't care about the adjacent. There's nothing next to it. What else can we get here? A claymore? We've got a lot of, oh my goodness. Okay, we've got a lot of platforms. This is tremendous right here. Now, the pulse does, like, the shield break does nothing. So let's do air and frag launcher. And then, of course, ammo reserve, because we just want the output. But the frag launcher will do well. We've got one more werewolf. Let's get that down, I think. And maybe we'll go a different route. He can have the heavy shells. Yeah, we need a lot of that splash damage. That looked great. Another werewolf. Don't need a division relay. Yeah, that looks good. Little tight on supply. We're gonna give him the ammo reserve. We want to make sure he's hitting good. And the sturdy bunkers. We could get some sturdy foundations. Yeah, you know what? For those Paris's coming through, I kind of like this angle. Because what else do we got? Well, you know, Durandals, but I don't want to hurt the HP. Let's get this down, and we're going to get him on a Reaper with a solid foundation. Help to take out the Paris's and break up the Mucos. I think the infantry have done a lot of work. A lot of slowing effect too, by the way. It's helping us in a big way. Mission control, interesting. Don't need that. None of this is overly interesting, but the medium mortar, no, we already got it fully upgraded. Okay, what is this? Foes rain down on the battlefield. Okay, so they're coming out of nowhere from every which way. What if we did something up here further out? What would we put there? None of that is super appealing. So we could, why don't we just do that? We'll get that one further out a little bit. The werewolves are so cheap and they have the extra range. So let's get this thing active. Why not help the air slightly? I don't know what we're facing. Easy access. We did not get to the final upgrade here, so we're going to give him underground plant. We're saving that tech to figure out what was going to be best. And I think we wait to get to underground or overcharged ammunitions maybe on him. HQ top performer. This guy's doing excellent with the Flarium and Clayton. Super heavy pulse, of course, and he's going to perform so much better now. And then the werewolves are going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting. See, this guy, the arc cannon, it's helping, of course. It's been a positive thing, but it's not, for a tier 3 building, it is not the top performer. Now, is it the best position? Probably not. There's probably a way to optimize that better, but it's a little underwhelming. That's all I'm saying. How about this guy? He got a late upgrade, I think. Wow, what a bastion spot here. We're gonna have trouble getting that up quickly. Did we get everything fully upgraded around here? I just want to have one last look. Did we got warden protocols? Yep, we're good. Scout hideout. What better time? Let's just do it. We want to slow them. If they get in deep back here, I wonder if we're in a little bit of trouble, but let's do this. And can he get everything? Not quite. So we'll do local and compact. That was perfect. He got Bencidors, so he's fine. He can be productive back there. We didn't get close support. Let's do that. We've got just enough. We're gonna bump up the HP, make it, that gives it more damage too. That was our one and only Mirador. Let's get the most out of him. Okay, we are ready. Supply is spent. We got nice 2 long runs. We kept 2 battlefronts. Had our cost down the whole run. Love it. Let's go. Here they come. Raining down. Get them. Oh boy. Here they come. Let's go. Oh, they're getting close. Pretty tight. HQ, please. Clayton. Nice. Mucos. Infantry doing great. Ooh, they were right on this corner here, pretty close. But we got it. Another victory in the bag, boys. And we got a hero. Finally produced enough supply, the first one for Colonel Agraft. And that was the only one. Some of the unlocks are starting to slow down a little bit, but we converted Commissar Amnesia from level 1 to having the purple badge. That was awesome. Headquarters, first place. So glad that we got the detection on that. We're facing the Lekos in tier 3. That would have been, we did have the infantry. There was a chance that saved us, but we only had 6,000 HP, which is kind of, that is pretty bare minimum, right? We didn't get structural network. We didn't have other things helping us out there. It was really just underground train. So we were a bit vulnerable compared to having, 25,000 HP or something like that. And then the Warwolves, we faced multiple Mucus. We had the Mimikos, Mucos, Mega Mucos, plus the whatever, Mini Mucos. So the Warwolves are perfect for that. And they delivered. That was really solid. And I was glad kind of the way that it shaped together and the opportunities we had to not make it one battlefront. But I think this is one of the most optimal ways to do it. is to keep them close together so that all of these buildings down the center here can pick their targets on both battlefronts. They're, you know, the range on everything was fully on both battlefronts. So it worked out really nicely. Let's see if there was any standouts here. The ion cannon did a lot better there. Bastion too. And Imperial Barracks. The one at the HQ did a ton. He had the ammo depot, but they got in tight here, and so it's a good thing he was juiced up. It was really good. Happy with that. So, what do we get? We got Colonel Agraft, all buildings, get a buff against air units, and starts with the special Puma, which is really cool. You get some unique upgrades on that Puma. Just have to find such a prime position for it, but that'll be a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys joining. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.